How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We are going to start the second case, Turnabout Corner. So let's get into this thing. I've heard from comments that continuation of like Kristoff and that shit isn't going to be till the end of the game. So I guess case 2 and 3 will be more filler-ish, but I don't know. Somebody's getting hit by a car. What the hell? Oh, that's his daughter, is it not? And then stuff. And what? I'm not surprised by these opening cutscenes for the cases anymore, because my reaction is always, what? So I always expect it to be something weird and surprising. It looked like Larry Butts. Did Larry Butts just die? I hope so. Whoa, what the hell's up with the court on the bottom screen? June 15th. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, there might not be anything up with it, but it looked weird to me. I'll admit it, I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here. Honest. Glove World? It's a rock bottom reference, SpongeBob, for the kids out there. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling. It's a nice place. Ah, you must be here for the interview, right this way. Huh? I see you have a spare hat in the back. Hello there, you found the right place. What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin? What? She just said, the interview. Right, first things first, any special talents? I can psychically tell when people are lying. I can also... I got nothing. I can't think of anything funny. I can lick my elbow? Is that special? Well, I guess defending. Defending. An unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead, show me. Defend. Alright. Just give it all you've got. Don't hold back now. Assume the defensive stance. What is that spaghetti? It looks like spaghetti. What is it coming off of? A professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing. I guess it's on a spoon that's on top of something else. Not at us. Okay, thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend? No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? The Wright & Co. Law Offices, right? Oh, I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again. What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place. I'm Trucy. Trucy. Okay. It's odd. Trudy and Lucy. Together. It's weird. CEO. I'm a magician. It all came flooding back. The trial, that girl. I got it. That's right. Yes, Trucy, right. Here. So she clearly is like 14 or something. So is she not his real daughter, or has he had her for a while and didn't know or something? So, what's your name? Apollo. Apollo Justice, attorney at law. That part's not my name. It's just, yeah. A lot of interesting stuff around the office, indeed. So, I want to examine for sure. There's a lot of weird shit, but let's talk. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people? Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I'm a professional, you know. Right. Hey, right, yeah, get it? Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents, if I take the ribbon off your neck, will your head fall off? Is that the twist? Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. That's cruel. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? I thought he could. He just only does it, he plays one song and then that's it. Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why there are many magicians who can't do magic? Are there? At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. So you're Phoenix Wright's daughter. That's right, after Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So you were around 7 years ago. Okay, what the fuck? Ew! I get it, but no. I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15. Yeah, okay. So, what's going on? So he had her when... If she's really his daughter, he would have had her when he was 18. So it means he would have already had her for several years during the first trilogy, and I guess he didn't know. Or she's not really his daughter. 15. How old is Mr. Wright? Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation. Well, I mean, it's... Like, from your perspective, it shouldn't be that weird. You can have a kid when you're 18. It's not common, but you can do it. Yeah, I'm just wondering because she obviously didn't exist in the games until now. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? Hey, you know about that? Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance. Daddy, right. That reminds me about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital. Again? The hospital? He fell in that river again. It still has not actually swept anybody away like they said it would. Which hospital's Mr. Wright in? The Hottie Clinic? Is that place still around? The Hickfield Clinic? Even better. Right, well, I'll be going now and I'll give this showbiz gig some thought, okay? Wait, I'll go with you. You do that. I wanted to examine around the place a little bit. Well, okay, well, we got a lot of shit around here, too. Is that like manga all over the place? What do you got going on here? A little nice piano for practice? This is Mr. Wright's hospital. And I guess some grape juice? Oh, well, Hottie has moved over to Hickfield. Maybe he got married and he changed his name. Yeah, are you the doctor? Of course, he was the patient, wasn't he? I think, right? But either way, he's here. He's the doctor, he's the patient, he's the fucking chief medical officer guy, he's the surgeon general, he's everybody. Cute as ever. Don't say that while you're doing that hand motion. Is this Daddy's room? Oh, yeah. What was his voice? Who knows? Wasn't it like a Gollum voice? Oh yeah, except he's gone. I don't know even how to do a Gollum voice, so fucking... How are you, Miss Trucy? Got any places you'd like Oh, God! 15. Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Why, if it isn't the daddy, you're the cutest little thing in town. Man. Oh, dude. Chill. Guess I'll be off then. Later, Trucy. Ew. Well, that got terrible. What an odd bird that guy was. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. Oh. So you're connected to this case too? Okay. Oh, he tried to swerve. I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air. Like Morgan Fay. Only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. Like, I heard that they were kind of forced to put Phoenix in this game. I don't know if they were forced to include him this much. Like, I didn't think he'd be very relevant after Case 1. Like, he'd be just kind of there as a minor character, and maybe he will. But it seems like he might be actually involved in the case, even if just a little bit. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, but, you know, what I mean. You know, Trucy's still a child. Yes. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. I get... I'm not... I shouldn't even. But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me. I was gonna say, I get fucked all the time. I didn't say it, but now I just did. My foot. I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius. Of a stage magician. You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. This game is like non-stop innuendo, is it not? With Olga Orly and now with this young child. Like, it's... I mean, come on. There's the direct stuff with Hottie, Hickfield, whoever he is. And now... I mean, you can interpret this too, once you've put the idea in my head from that guy. Now I'm still thinking about it here, so... You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. Right. Talent agency. Why did you contact me? What could the right talent agency possibly want with me? Well, you can be a lie detector, circus performer. No need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But didn't you come into the office of your own free will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here at the office. Big! I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? In Little China? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital. That's right, Daddy. How are we going to pay this month's rent? And the groceries? Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. Man, there have been... Now it's just in my head too deep, and like every line there is something sexual that I want to imply out of it, but that'd just be going too far and I have to hold myself back. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. This isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. It's pretty funny, though. I just like the way he said it. They must fall. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, it's actually really scummy. If one of us goes down, daughter, I mean, if I go down, I'm taking you with me. I'm sorry. Phoenix is great in this game. No, I can't. I only just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us! Polly! The bird? Was the bird named Polly? Now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Daddy. Hook, line, and sinker. Now it's time to reel him in. That's scary. It's official, I'm scared. Hey. Alright, so who's the client? Ah, yes, here. Take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that... What? Indochine? Sure. Pasta joint. Al dente's. Like al dente. I get it. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Wait, who's the client? You wanted a client, didn't you? Oh. You were just my last client. Okay. Not a well, I mean, bring in the gumshoe. Don't worry, once you've found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court. That's, I mean, clearly somebody got shot, but it'd be pretty funny if this game was just Phoenix screwing with him. Be like, yeah, go get that guy, I'll sue him. Huh? Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know. I don't know. I'm getting like a weird vibe. The way she... it's just me, because I'm a fucking pervert, but the way she calls him Daddy... oh, that's ridiculous, but it's just a weird vibe between the two of them. It's like, what's... I don't know. Even the ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office, you mean the talent agency. No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy. The tragedy. Got it. The people park. Great. So, he is going to make me investigate this after all. Well, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I would examine, but I am not gonna, so I'm gonna leave. What's that trophy for? And who's in that picture? Hey, hey, hey! How long you planning on making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Ah. You have a bowl on your head, and the noodles are coming out of it. It's not your hair, is it? It looks like Victor Kudo. Sort of. Not really. Hey there, Trucy doll. Sounds like your pop's had a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess. This is our client. They did show that bowl in the opening. Hey, so this is that Paulo fellow, eh? Los Pollos Hermanos. This is the full name. Look at him there, arms all crossed like ready to fight. Yeah, they told me to defend. That's my defensive stance. The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Paulo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. That's even weirder, because my dog, who's named Apollo, I sometimes call him Paulo. So that's actually weird. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed, my keep's been kept, my noodle stand's been stolen. So that's what that was. It was a noodle stand. Noodle? You know Mr. Aldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? Oh, Polly is Apollo. I didn't know who Polly was before when she just said it randomly. Okay, well I've definitely never called my dog Polly. I'd appreciate you didn't. That's, no. Mr. Aldoon, though. It's Noodle! It's an anagram. Clever. No nicknames, please. Dealing with a restaurant is already giving me terrible flashbacks to the third game. But it's just a noodle stand, so we're not fully there yet. Polly. You new in these parts? Not really. Then you know the best noodles in town, Aldoon's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles! Help me out here, Trucy doll. This is Mr. Guy Aldoon. Noodle guy. Great. Guy Noodle. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Aldoon. Ah! Anything for you, Trucy doll. Great. Guy. So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Aldoon. Guy Aldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for 1.5 years. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectation on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 50... Oh my god! Out of all of the things so far, they pale in comparison to that one. That's the ultimate right there. Well, I'm just gonna forget you ever said that. Oh dear. That's a... Oh, this is gonna be the worst. There's gonna be constant talk of noodles. Ugh. And fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. I told him I'm not into noodles, I'm into tacos. That didn't turn out so well. Oh, there was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy. So, it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fraud it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. He's thinking it too, about his twisty dick. So last year, I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Aldoon's Noodles. Great. So tell me more about Aldoon's Noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles? I make them so salty, why they're saltier than salt. Now I really don't want to find out. Daddy's a regular at his noodle stand. It's just a glory hole. He frequented my pops' stand back during his attorney days, too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry, I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny. Eh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bowl about now. What do you mean? It was stolen, my stand, gone. Stolen? Yes. It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. That's also a euphemism. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. Ha, now you're just trying to butter me up. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle. I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then, this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My keep. My castle. Ooh. What's... I'm trying to, like... What's happening with his head? Is that just, like... I don't know. Whatever.